If all you do is talk about God and even talk to him, those are good things, but your life is not complete as a Christian because you are not offering worship in the biblical sense of worship. The reason it's so important to return to this historic understanding of the propitiatory nature of the sacrifice of the Mass is because sacrifice is at the heart of true Christian worship biblically. In Luke 4, we find Jesus going into the synagogue. And in the synagogue, it's an important place to go. It's good. Not unlike what you would find here, the reading of scripture and the preaching. That is all good. I'm not knocking this at all. But here's what it's not. It's not a place of prayer and it's not a place of worship. How do we know that? From the Bible. The only time synagogue and prayer get mentioned together is where? Matthew 6, when Jesus says not to pray in the synagogue. And it's never described as a house of prayer or a house of worship. As the conversation in John 4 makes clear, Samaritans believed to worship, you had to make your offerings on Mount Gerizim. And the Jews believed to worship, you have to make your offerings in the temple in Jerusalem. So what was distinct about study, prayer, and worship? Study is talking about God. Prayer is talking to God. Worship is offering to God. If all you do is talk about God and even talk to him, those are good things, but your life is not complete as a Christian because you are not offering worship in the biblical sense of worship. In the words of Everett Ferguson, a Protestant scholar, sacrifice was the universal language of worship in the ancient world. And that is why we need to claim the sacrificial dimension of Eucharistic worship in the Mass once more.